He explained that they offered Crowder $50 million for a 4-year contract, but the document that Crowder showed on the air in his initial video was not the 4-year contract. It was a term sheet. It was an offer in writing, a first salvo in what was supposed to be a negotiation.
You guys all know that sometimes life can be very, very difficult. Life can be very, very complicated. In fact, some of the things that you will come across on a daily basis will almost break you. It's like you have these two friends that you grew up together. You guys went to the same nursery school. You guys are from the same community. You guys went to the same church. You went to the same primary school, secondary school, right up to university. In fact, in university, you guys live in the same dorm. And after you guys have all graduated, you guys share similar views. You guys have similar values, and you guys are on the same side. Then, all of a sudden, a problem broke out between your two friends, and you are caught in the middle, not knowing which side to be on. And no matter what side you are on, you are still not going to feel okay, because the other person is going to blame you or is going to hate you. And even if you decide to stay neutral, it will not still be okay for you, because your two friends are still going to be on your head. And both of them will claim that you have betrayed them. So you see how complicated things can get. And this is the same situation Matt Walsh found himself. When the issue between Steven Crowder and the Daily Wire broke, Matt was in the middle. Not just Matt alone, but most of the people who are friends with Steven Crowder and are friends with the Daily Wire. None of them quite understood what was going on, or were really sure of whose side they should be on. Well, I guess that might have given them some sleepless night. So let's watch this video and hear what Matt Walsh had to say about this whole situation. Let's watch.
There is no cancellation today because there's something else that I need to talk about, and this is something that I very much do not want to talk about, the kind of drama that I normally stay out of, and if you watch the show, you know that. But an exception has to be made in this case, because when my friends and allies are dishonestly attacked and unfairly maligned, I am going to defend them. So, Steven Crowder, you've probably heard about the saga by now. In fact, you've heard way more about big money conservative media contracts this week, I imagine, than you ever wanted to or needed to. You probably wake up every morning worried about how you'll care for your family and feed your children, not so worried about whether rich and famous conservative pundits are happy in their contracts. That's why I don't want to spend much time talking about contracts, but it's important that we lend context. So here's a quick summary.
You're right. In fact, we've heard more than what we wanted to hear. But I think that Steven Crowder was bringing out what he thought was a legitimate problem that most conservatives are facing. Now, I understand that he might have assumed that because his contract was quote-unquote terrible, so everyone's contract was the same, forgetting the fact that no two contracts are ever the same. People negotiate for their contracts differently. and companies or institutions are willing to give people what they think those people deserve and how much those people can negotiate for a good contract. That was Steven Crowder's first mistake, to just assume that because he got what he considered a crappy contract, that automatically means that everyone working for the Daily Wire got the same crappy contract, which I believe that was totally misleading. But let's continue with Matt. Maybe Matt had something important to say.
A few days ago, Steven Crowder published a video titled Stop Big Con, where he attacked unnamed conservative media companies who he accused of being essentially con artists in bed with big tech. And the main source of his complaint against, quote, Big Con was a contract offered to him by one company, which he claimed was exploitative and revealed that this company was acting as an enforcement arm for the big tech overlords. And he said that the contract offer was tantamount to slavery. He complained that this company wanted to deduct his pay if he missed a day of work or if he was deplatformed by any of the major social media platforms. He framed this as an unthinkably sinister ploy. He said that it was so upsetting that he's not sure that if he even wants to continue in the business. That's how terrible it was. Now, he didn't name the company, but he gave enough information so that obviously everyone would know that it was a Daily Wire, and they would know it because there was only a few companies it could be. It wasn't the Blaze. He just left the Blaze. It wasn't Fox. He already worked for Fox and he's gone from there. Also, the Fox doesn't do ad reads with their hosts, so it couldn't be them. It couldn't be any of the nonprofit, conservative groups. So it's like it had to be us. And everyone knew that, and Crowder, of course, knew that everybody would know that. So that put Daily Wire in position. And the next day, our CEO, Jeremy Boring, did the only thing he really could do, and certainly the thing that was the most transparent and honest.
Well, I guess he might have knew everybody would know that, but we don't know what might have been going through his head when he was saying what he was saying. Now, if I had to play the devil advocate, right, I would say that in as much as I disagree with the way Crowder went on with the whole contract issue and brought up a lot of complicated situation between himself and the Daily Wire and their friends, I think he is at liberty to say whatever he wants to say. I think he has the right to say whatever he wants to say. Like I said in my previous video, having the right to say what you want to say does not necessarily mean that what you are saying is okay. What you are saying is morally okay. We can all learn to have some certain things be private. And like I have said it before, Crowder should have just renegotiated his contract with the Daily Wire. And if the Daily Wire wasn't going to budge, wasn't going to change anything on the contract, he would have just go away, He is a very talented guy. He is someone who has built a huge following. So he could have just been on his own, right? And that's the thing he likes to do, and something like that. It would have been still very, very okay for him. So all this confusion and all this back and forth talking and this complicated situation trying to put people or making people uncomfortable, trying to choose one camp over the other would have all been avoided if he hadn't started this whole thing. Because I know for sure that he is one of the biggest conservative voices in America. And all of them, like Matt Walsh, Michael Knowles, Ben Shapiro, Tucker Carlson, Candy Owens, and they keep on going. They are all like in a team, right? They are the conservative voice in America, and they are fighting for the conservative values. So to see one of their own coming out and talking negative things about them must have been very hurtful. In fact, they must have felt it so badly, because we always expect people from outside to come at us, right? To try to like pull us down, to say all sorts of negative things about us. But just imagine how painful that would be if someone within your own family came at you, if someone within your own household was the one trying to pull you down. How painful would that be? And I believe that that is what the conservative community in America must have felt. That Stephen Crowder was a betrayer. That what he did was terrible. But I have to say this again. He has the right, or he had the right, to do what he did. It was within his right to do that. But it wasn't the right move to make, because people are not going to trust him anymore. And the one that really got me so like annoyed is the fact that he had to record a personal conversation he had with somebody and play it on air. That was a real betrayal. In fact, you will expect that from an enemy, not from a friend. And when a friend does that to you, that is like an arrow in the heart. It kills you immediately. And that type of a friend, you will never, ever forgive. And even if you forgive them, they will never be friends with you anymore. Never, ever. So to you guys out there, what do you think about Matt Walsh's take on this whole issue between Stephen Crowder and the Daily Warrior? Let us know in the comment section below, because like always, we love hearing what you have to say. And please do not forget to like this video, share this video, follow our Facebook page, and most importantly, subscribe to our YouTube channel, because little deed of goodwill like the one you are doing just now help us a lot, and we shall forever be grateful to you. So thank you very much for doing just that, and like always, see you in the next one.